Hey guys, what is up? It's your buddy Upshall, and today I've got some huge news about the Battlefield 1 beta. Before we get into the rest of the gameplay, I just wanted to quickly go over this because this is a pretty big breakdown. It actually came from an email leak for the Battlefield 1 EA Partners program. This email is being sent out to the partners kind of as a heads up to get them ready for the Battlefield 1 beta that pretty much everybody knows is coming next week. It's coming on August 31st, but this email has way more details on what the beta will actually consist of. So, getting right into it, as you can see in the email says the Battlefield 1 open beta starting August 31st will run until September the 8th. Now, I always assume we're just kind of going to be a weekend thing. I know that alpha ran for a very long time, but the betas for these games never typically last long. They always sort of serve as a little bit of a demo. So this is a very, very long beta. And it gets even better than that. The email also says that if you signed up for the Battlefield Insiders program and gave them your platform of choice, which you had to give that before August 21st to be considered. But if you did that, you will get access one day early. So for people who were proactive and signed up for the Battlefield Community Insider Program, you will have access to the Battlefield 1 beta from August 30th till September the 8th. Now that's a crazy large amount of time. It's really going to get people who are kind of up in the air about whether or not to get Battlefield 1, what they think about Battlefield 1. It's going to give you a really, really long time to, figure that out for yourself. Now, some of this is known, that was also included in the email. Some other details is that the two modes going to be included in the open beta will be Conquest and Rush. I'm really excited to see Rush in this beta because Rush is one of my favorite Battlefield modes, if not my most favorite. It encourages a little bit of tactical gameplay. It really emphasizes the push, and it really kind of indirectly sort of leads to lines being formed in infantry and holding these lines to try and hold back oncoming attackers, as well as when you're attacking on Rush, you want to be able to break through these lines. It's just a really fun mode. It's really well organized. To people who've never really had that much of an experience with Battlefield before and are using this beta as kind of their first crack at Battlefield, I think you're going to really, really enjoy that mode. Conquest is great. Conquest is kind of this big open type of mode. This is what I'm playing right now actually in the video. It's kind of the big open battle experience, but it doesn't really have that kind of front lines type of feel to it. Now, it will be all played on the new Sinai Desert map. I'm not entirely sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That is the map that we saw in the Battlefield 1 Gamescom reveal. It looks pretty good. We have a huge behemoth train that will roll through the level that will be player controlled. So that's going to be hella cool to see. As I dunked on these kids up in the attic, man. They were just bunking out. But yeah, we won't be getting St. Quentin Scar, which is the map I'm playing currently right now for this playthrough. This was the alpha map, and I really did like it, especially this village area. I found it really, really fast-paced. The destruction was just paramount. It was a really good map, so I'm hoping they bring the same thing to St. Quentin. It does seem, or not St. Quentin, to the Sinai Desert map. It does seem like there is also a little bit of a village area in this map, so I really want to test the destructibility. On a side note, the reason I'm choosing this gameplay as the one I'm rolling with for this video discussion is that at the end of this game, the behemoth was over the village, the big giant blimp that drops bombs, and it was just leveling the whole area. So if any of you guys are kind of questioning, how much destruction is in Battlefield 1? Is it on the same level as Bad Company? Or is it on the same level as BF4? Am I going to expect more or less from this game? And this will really give you an idea. And the answer is, I think it's on a Bad Company 2 level of destruction. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, I guess before I go much further in the gameplay, I should actually kind of explain how I'm actually playing right now. So right now I'm playing as the Assault class. And Assault has gotten a major change up from Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3 even. You're actually kind of more of an anti-tank class now. So what I've spawned in with is the M1918 trench configuration of the rifle. And you'll notice that I'm hip firing it a lot, and it's kind of because I find ADS with this gun is a little bit inconsistent, even though I got that beauty little one tap there. I don't even know what that was. I think I had a little poopy there, but I made that shot out of nowhere. But anyways, carrying on. Hipfire with this gun is pretty great, and it's pretty fun to do. I just love kind of balls out, blasting around corners with it. It's really quick. It's kind of like a PDW in Battlefield 4. Now for my gadgets, I'm running the Anti-Tank rifle, which is probably the dopest thing in the game. I really, fingers crossed, I'm hoping it's not nerfed in this upcoming beta and in the full game, because I do not think it's OP, but in the right hands, it still kind of is OP. Because you can, if you get a direct hit with this thing, you can one-shot people across any range. And the drop on the rifle, despite it being like an anti-tank explosive round, is pretty much negligible. It's not like the RPG was in Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3. The bullet, this big explosive round, just goes straight, man. It just like straight up goes forever. I'd say if you shot it maybe 200 meters, it might drop like a meter or two. So when you see a scope gleam sitting up on the hilltop, all you gotta do is take a belly, dive onto that belly, sir, and pop up an anti-tank rifle, and you're probably gonna win that gunfight. It's a little bit ridiculous. Obviously, if the sniper is better than you, he's gonna be able to get a shot off much quicker than you are, because you got to jump onto your belly, settle, and then aim, while he just kind of has to shoot from wherever he is with the sniper rifle. Even still, it's dope. It's so fun to use. Now, this is a really good example of that destruction I was talking about earlier. As you can see, the building I'm in is just completely hit. The walls torn off. The roof is completely gone. Pretty much every building in this area is like that. And if you look at the street behind me, it's just got this massive cavern. It's like it's indirectly dug trenches behind me. And that's got to do with the fact that above us, there is a huge behemoth. There's that big hot air balloon, so to speak, that just floats above, and it drops bombs, and it has multiple guns sitting on it, and it pretty much rips the village apart. So like running out of that building, I'm in this huge dip, and I can actually use that as cover if I wanted, and the windmill in front of me is torn apart. And that really serves to give this map that really kind of micro-destruction feel. Even though it's not really true micro-destruction, in comparison to BF4, in that game, when you shoot an RPG at the wall, it's kind of like it's set pieces of destruction. So one RPG, no matter where you hit that wall, the whole wall kind of comes down. You know what I mean? In this game, it's like wherever you hit something, wherever that tank round hits, it takes out kind of like a specific chunk the size of the tank round. So the building I'm in right now, completely blown apart. But if it were to be completely stable in a completely functional building, and if I happen to fire a tank round through a window of the building and hit the stairs, only the stairs would be the thing destroyed. And the destruction in Battlefield 1 is like that. It's very procedural. Like, you can actually kind of lock people upstairs in this building by shooting the stairs at them. I mean, they can jump down. But it's a really cool feature, and it's really, really more immersive than both Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, and certainly Battlefield Hardline felt. Now, the second gadget I'm using in this game is the anti-tank grenade. And it basically looks like a bunch of chunks of explosives taped to a stick. It's kind of raw. It's kind of bossing. I kind of like that grenade a lot. You can use it to kill infantry, but it's not quite as effective because the throw distance is not as good. Plus, I don't think the explosive radius is the same. I think to get a one-hit kill with it, the person pretty much has to be sitting on your grenade. It's pretty much got to be up their butt. So it's not the best grenade to use for anti-infantry, but the assault class in the alpha gets 2 of those as a gadget, and I believe it'll probably still exist the same way in the beta that's upcoming. Now, one thing a lot of people didn't know is that you can switch up your grenades in Battlefield 1, and you can do this with any infantry player. It could be support, it could be medic, it could be assault, it could be the sniper. But another option for that is the anti-tank grenade. So currently in the game, there's pretty much nothing the support or like the medic can do to tanks. They don't really have any anti-tank weapons. I think the support class will be getting TNT or dynamite, which will help them kill tanks. But prior, in this alpha, they had no such thing. But what you could do, you could swap out your frag grenade and take an anti-tank rifle. And a lot of people, especially when I was streaming this game and just playing it in general and posting it on YouTube, a lot of people didn't know you could actually do that. So it's something to keep in mind for the full release of the beta and the full release of the game, because you can make any tank at least pepper the tank in somewhat. And if you place your grenade well enough, you actually can knock out parts of the tank. You can knock out its tracks, you can knock out its engine, so you can make your getaway. But yeah, I'm out of time, guys. This is a little bit of a rant and a little bit of a detailed breakdown on the Battlefield 1 beta. I'm really excited for it. I hope to see a lot of you guys playing it, and I will be posting up my server number in the stream when I am playing it, so for whatever means, come to the stream, join up, let's squad up, let's have some fun. I'll see you guys there. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I was in the alpha, because this game is dope. I'll see you guys soon.